The vision of Muzinda Hub is job creation. And the reason why we focus on that is that Zimbabwe currently has an unemployment rate of 90%, of which 60% of those that are unemployed are the youth. We believe that we've got a very huge contingent of youths who are graduates, and by upskilling them with programming and coding skills, we believe that we can create opportunities for them in the digital jobs market. Basically, what we do on a day-to-day basis is we train youths on digital skills. So we have various training programs that we have on coding, various people focusing on different tracks, some doing Python development, some are doing iOS development, some are doing Android app development. We basically focus on the top 10 in-demand digital skills, and what we do on a day-to-day basis is that we help these youths to come from, most of them, a beginner phase of not understanding what programming is, and try to get them to a phase where they are somewhat proficient and are able to do a job and compete effectively with the traditional destinations for digital jobs like India. So if I were to summarize it in a nutshell, what we do at the Muzinda Hub is to get youths who are at most clueless about what it is to program and train them and equip them to be able to be at a level where they can compete globally for jobs. I think Muzinda Hub is extremely important for Zimbabwe, particularly because I think right now everyone knows that the country has not had the economic momentum to be able to absorb the number of youths that are coming out of our universities. Unofficial statistics that have been released for 2013 show that about 18,000 graduates were unleashed into the Zimbabwean market. And that is too much a number to be absorbed by the market itself. So we've asked ourselves some really serious questions that, given the fact that we don't see the Zimbabwean economy turning around at the pace that would absorb those graduates quickly, we then thought surely there should be a way that we can make those graduates tap into opportunities that are in other countries. And it just made sense for us to say, we've got a highly educated youth, and can we not train them so that they can tap into opportunities that are provided for by the digital economy? And that's basically what we're doing. So I think it's important for Zimbabwe, because if Muzinda Hub can be able to train graduates to get the skills that they need to be able to do digital jobs, then the fact that they are in Zimbabwe, a country which is not having that economic momentum to absorb jobs, does not necessarily turn them away from doing jobs for other countries that are providing those opportunities internationally. So I think that's what's important for the Muzinda Hub. It creates that opportunities. And for Africa, I think Africa is looking for a working incubation model that is able to pragmatically solve the problem of unemployment. And I think if Muzinda can be able to create a platform and a working model for entrepreneurship and job creation, I think it gives Africa a way where we can look at a model that really works and makes sense for us. I think what makes our hub different is that we have asked ourselves tough questions about the incubation models that are being used by other hubs. And we found out that the rule of thumb statistically globally is that 9 out of every 10 startups that are incubated under the big idea model fail. And there are many reasons for failure. I mean, that's a rule of thumb. Of all startups, only 10% actually make it. So we asked ourselves to say, what is the prime goal for a hub that is operating in a country like Zimbabwe, where 90% of the people are unemployed? And we strongly feel that the reason that a hub should exist in a country like Zimbabwe is to create jobs. And we don't see jobs being created using the big idea model, simply because out of every 100 youths that you take onto that model, only 10 are actually going to go and start a business, and who knows whether that business is going to succeed or not. But we feel that if we were to have a model that focuses on developing their digital skills and allowing them to tap into the digital jobs market, which has a ready demand, we feel that is a quicker, a much more certain, and is a much more a pragmatic way to be able to solve the job issue. So I really feel that our model is unique, and we feel that the statistics back us that the success rate of such an incubation model is definitely higher than the big idea model, which was introduced from the Silicon Valley model that we have in America. I think, as I've spoken to, it's not only a Zimbabwean thing, I think it's an African thing. We want to be the leader in providing digital opportunities for youths, not only in Zimbabwe, but in Africa. And I think we want to be the go-to people. We want to be seen to have had an African solution for an African problem, and having really created a model that works in order to bring down the number of unemployed youths that we're finding walking around the streets. And we want to replicate the model. We want it to not only be a Zimbabwe-specific model, we want to see it going elsewhere.